Hello, frequency family, divine ones, the new ones. Welcome to my channel. I'm Lucas and I'm channeling Source Consciousness. And for everyone who is known to this channel, welcome back. What shall I do? I feel so lonely. I don't know what to do. I'm blocked. My frequency is not the right one. I have to learn more, blah, 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 blah. Yada, 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 yada. Yes, you have to learn something more. Here it comes. You have learned enough. Probably, with the most probability, you have learned maybe even too much. Too much for the current life you are living. And this creates then an expansion that would love to be accelerated. But what does this metaphor means? Okay, giving the chance you are at about my age, so it would be end of the 30s, start of the 40s, yeah? There is a lot of alchemy, but what does that mean? During all your life phases, every single version of you, maybe you want to grab a pen and not something down, because maybe it is something you want to apply on yourself. The method is called Journey into the Past. Maybe you know the cartoon Anastasia, the Princess Anastasia. There was one song, Journey to the Past. I love it. This is now a symbol for what we are doing. The example is we are journeying to the past, exemplifying what is meant by having gained a lot of alchemy, a lot of wisdom, that now, in the now you, is ready to be accelerated and acted upon. Okay, so we are journeying into the past. I was little and I got to know that I love to transform myself by showing it in, I love to dress in fancy dresses. I even took a skirt to a celebration at school. It was a flamenco dress. It was carnival. It felt resonating with me to be dressed like that. So this shows, okay, shifting personalities or incorporating different identities is something that is inherently me. Now, as an adult, I rarely shift my identity by just swapping dresses or create new outfits. Yeah, but still I do it. Now in a more coherent way. I love buying thingy bingies and then having it. Showing to the outside how I feel inside. Okay? This is a kind of love language to myself, and it is a love and light language for others, as we all know that color, texture, anything is light and everything is information. This was the first thing. The second thing, we emigrated from Poland to Germany. So my biography showed me I learn new languages. This showed later on in my school life. I like French, so I learned French, then I learned Spanish, then I learned English. At the university, I learned Latin and Hebrew, a little bit of Greek, and I love Japanese, and I love these symbols. So language is a component that is truly deeply me in whatever kind I'm doing it right now. This led me to the languages of the world, the sounds of the world, the symbol systems of the world, and it made me a person who is able to see between the lines. Yeah, giving the example, it is the language we are talking, analyzing text, interpreting text, conceptualizing text, understanding the symbolism behind it, understanding the deeper truth. Some of you may call this clear sentience or clear knowledge. Call it what you want, but this is inherently me. And later on, it led me to light language, which is a kind of sound language, what is again vibration and light. So this is something that I have picked up as a child until now, that has grown constantly. Another thing is, when I was little, I loved singing and Disney movies, and in particular, the first movies I remember that really resonated with me are Ariel from Disney, and the song or the theme. There is some becoming a human. What is being a human? So this for me now mirrors my incarnation as a astrostellar being that incarnates as a human more and more and more and more. And the second movie or series is Sailor Moon. I love it. Transformation, shedding the light, bringing the light, forming a world beyond dreams, magic, spells. All these things introduce me into how consciousness works by intentionally saying it is so and knowing beyond belief that what I say, what I feel, what I think creates my reality. You could say, without knowing, I applied every technique that today is known when you manifest. Yeah, even vision boards I did. There is a picture of me when I was little, I guess 5 years. I was cutting out pieces of things that I would love to have, or pictures, and I was gluing them on something. Manifestation. Children know that. Children do that. They manifest inherently because this is what we are. A manifestation of something, consciousness, knows how to manifest. Because it's like in the metaphor, the creator or the creatrix, by creating something, leaves his or her imprint on it. And so this is then an inherently inherited characteristic without explaining, beyond words. It is like that. A manifestation knows how to manifest because this is how it works. We know how to manifest. Yeah, and we manifest all day, every day, very perfectly. Always. The thing is, we apply this ability in a rarely useful way. Mind control and something like that and blah, blah, blah would help to redirect the power of the consciousness, which is beyond word, towards things that you would love for you to manifest and which are of the highest good for the all. You can start by applying all your powers that you have inherited without even knowing, by feeling, knowing, doing, embodying, acting upon, I am important to me. My well-being is important to me. Knowing what I love to do is important to me. Knowing who I truly really am, what excites my heart, is important to me. And it's important to me to be in contact with my true essence by doing what is my true essence. For example, journey into the past and reflect upon what was it that ignited your heart as a former version of you. And then tap into that, dwell again, and let yourself be floating on the current and trust. Because, and now this is for your human mind that loves logic, we are living at a time where you can sell literally anything. Anything is monetizable. You can make money out of garbage. We call it economic arts or something. You can recycle things. There are people gaining millions and billions of money by applying stupid technology that is swapping the internet with AI slog. This is a detrimental use of possibilities to create wealth, but it is made. And we know who we speak to. We know your content, your showing up, your being you producing books, you deciphering what went wrong and going with the flow and developing something or speaking about something, how you corrected or enhanced or manipulated the functionality of a messed up situation for you in a way that was effortlessly, but transformed it into something that is light. And this is a technique a lot of people crave to know. Why are you so happy? Why is always anything working out for you? Yeah, well, because I'm on my high-flying disc and anything flows to me. And yes, a lot of the times we are blocking ourselves and enhancing the friction and the separation of us with our true self is because it is too easy for our mind to accept, yes, it is so easy like that. And then our mind makes it complicated because it has trained to be like that, because we were living at a particular time in a world that was selling us easy peasy lemon squeezy stuff as a complicated method of maybe you have found it as well in your biography. What is too complicated needs a lot effort for you and for the partaking participants to maintain this complicated structure. Maybe this is effortless for you when you say, okay, this complicated structure may exist in all the fields and dimensions of reality and society where they belong. I am not part of it, and if you are, please do whatever is good for you and be a good part of it if you are a politician or author or teacher or whatever, and then share your wisdom, share it, because otherwise you're gonna swallow it and this is gonna create friction, because your voice, your divinely coded, filled with wisdom voice chakra, every chakra is bursting because there is no outlet. When there is a reduction of incoming money or wealth or anything or connection or inspiration, it rarely means that you are not talented. It means the outflow is blocked by shame, guilt, blah, blah, blah. All the crap. And it is crap because shame, guilt, blah immediately dissipates as soon as you are doing what you thought you were ashamed of. Like me, standing up in the middle of the morning, having washed my face, there is my pyjama, and just speaking to you. I don't know whom I speak to. I just wanted to speak about that, to get across to you the knowledge and wisdom and alchemy that I have experienced. You always get what you perceive, what you vibrate at. There was a particular time in my life where I really accepted the bullshit phrase, this is very complicated to understand that and to apply that and then to live by that, but it's necessary. I screwed up my life and it didn't work. Now I say, okay, it's easy as fuck. It has to be easy as fuck because simplicity is truth. The universe works elemental, simple, easy to maintain then structures that consist out of easy components. Because when the parts of a whole that consist the whole or that build the whole are easy, simple, stable, open, potentiality, then anything else will be that. If every step is easy, is perceived as easy, is without friction, anything can be built from this particle or from this identity or from this talent. Yeah? It's gonna be easier. Chill your base. Okay, let's journey on to my past, into the alchemizations I have made and which are now my treasure and your treasure. Maybe a lot of you will feel mirrored by my story, and that's very good, but please go beyond that feeling, oh, I understand, I feel mirrored, he's the same. Please don't think that. Please think he has experienced that and he's now telling me what screwed up his life and he's now telling me why and he's now telling me what he is applying in order to unscramble his life. I'm gonna try something similar to unscramble my life and show my divinity and be in my divine coding. Why? Because anything else is garbage. Being not you is like, this is the not you version that you want to become, and this is you. You don't fit in. You don't fit in, my beautiful. And you shouldn't fit in because this is very beautiful. I don't want to break it just in order for having some pieces of this inside this box. This box is for this. Useless. Yes, you beautiful. Yeah, my kiss to you. Keep it simple and smart. Maybe not smart. Keep it simple and clean. Simple and clean. Yeah. Keep it simple. That's where the flow is. Anything else is too much complication. We don't know how humans have come up with it. It's too complicated. How many maintenance, energy, and generations have been misused and used to maintain structures that now are fading away, crumbling away, because the inefficiency of them has been a long history always reduced to someday it will work. No! They made it work to appear as if it would work, but you know the proverb. Just believe in a statistic that you self have created and know how to fool people by changing the parameters of a statistic. Well, this too is a kind of language. And if we don't know how the language works or the symbols, we are easily fooled. And that's why don't go into the train that is bringing you into, I don't know where I am, everything is so confusing. Take the train with the destination. I am here with me, and I'm going wherever it feels good. And I'm going away from anywhere where it doesn't feel good. Why? I don't have to explain you. And if you don't resonate, nice. This law is called the law of resonance. And that's how we are navigating our world. And resonance can be fooled. But not for a very long time, because if you get to know someone, something, yourself, more deeply, you will know which part of it, which part of this person, which part of blah is fake and is not resonating with nothing. because it's just bullshit. Then acknowledge it and go away. Maybe you don't even have to change anything, but just acknowledging and changing the way of living in a very easy, tiny step. And then everything will build on it. Easy. Well, if you choose as a second part to combine this easy stuff with the more complicated stuff, you may feel overwhelmed. Some of you maybe not. But you can adjust anything. What you take, why you take, how you take, when you take, what you do, when you do, who you do, is all choice. You can choose anything you want. No one says to you, okay, now you have to become the president of the Mars space shuttle. If you feel called to do that. But if you just want to be a primary teacher who changes teaching system at the sector of primary schools, then maybe this is a good vision for you, and then tap into it and go the next step. And if not, not. Readjust. Change the course. Be like a sailor. Actually, this metaphor is very good. We are all boats on a sea, and we can take any kind of route, even the dangerous ones. We can take the short one, we can take the long one, we can take the one over the North Pole or the South Pole, whatever you choose. And then readjust during the journey. Yeah? Okay, journey to the past. Okay, so Sailor Moon introduced me to anime, then came another anime, and it introduced me then to all the spiritual devices I'm using now. Tarot cards, oracle cards, stones, blah, 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 blah. So I know this inherently is a part of me as well. The next part was I have become a teacher. But in the primary school, I have taught in my breaks at least one other pupil with me. So I was a class grade 4, and the other person was, I guess, a grade 3. And I constructed at home some lessons for us. Movement lessons, like here. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just had fun to move like that and to teach her. And then I even printed out a report for her, motivating her, wishing her all the best for her unfolding life. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now. In kind of a way. Yeah? Stones, I loved stones, crystals, I don't know. It's like that. Okay, then I studied. I like to care for other people. Now I know even better how I want to care for them, what is draining me, what I don't want to sustain anymore, what forms are perfect for me. Yeah, this I love to know right now. Now I know it has something to do with counseling or coaching or motivating, because this is what I have done all my life as a teacher. With me, with the people around me, with the pupils, with the colleague teachers, with this is an inherent unfoldment of anything that I have learned in school. Yeah. Drawing. I always loved drawing and art. And now I'm doing it. And by doing what you love, you will unfold more and more and more. And as I've said, you have to believe in you that the things you are creating, no matter what it is, have a frequency, a vibration, a signature that will vibrate with others, that will attract the next components. And in that way, your way is building itself while you are going the way. Why is this perfect? Because this way is just and only giving you the next step, the next component that is needed to go a step further. And this is the easiest way, because this way is your way, and your way is then perfect. And more you don't need to know. Why? Because sometimes being so stupidly focused on oneself's well-being is the only thing that one should need to know how to do and to follow through. One truly, really happy person on the earth is more valuable than hundreds of unhappy people that fit into a tiny little box and are zombies and not living their life, and then regretting it when they are 80 and standing in the queue at the Edeka and telling each other that they are so ill, so injured, so whatever, and cannot travel to the Mount Canyon because now they are 80. Yeah, well, I don't know where you have lived on which planet, but this kind of message is spread all over the media. Be in the now. Use the now. It's not coming back. And it's true. So if there is something that has been activated in you, aka triggered in you, because it's the truth and I'm a fucking spiritual maniac and I'm triggering a lot of things in order for you to alchemize them and do something out of your life, then do it. Maybe it is the journey to the Grand Canyon. Maybe you want to, I don't know, grab a pen, draw something, or buy a ticket and look for Australia, or take your swimming suit and go fishing for Atlantis treasures. I don't know. But go with your flow and say, yes, I'm doing this, what I was delaying or postponing into a past that I don't know I will experience. And this vagueness, this uncertainty, you can erase immediately by saying, I'm doing it now. And the next wonder will happen. I assure you. Why? Because I'm fucking living proof of this. Anything always is working out for you. Everything always works out for you. You cannot get it wrong because you cannot get it done. Source lives being in your body. Source lives coming through your body. Always. For all eternity. And Source and all this magical consciousness and everything is always with us. Accept it. So, with this, beautiful friends, I hope you have remembered more of your geniality you have coded yourself with, and you have come into contact with the feeling that is how it feels when you remember something that ignited your heart when you were a little child or a past version of you, and follow this spark. This spark is your soul lighting up the way for you so that you can then follow the path that is lighten up, where you can see, where you feel. And if you want to go another path, then decide and remember to light up a lamp or consciousness or information for you to then clearly see. Yeah? And maybe you are a maniac like I am and you love just to jump. And watch what happens. Because you know, universe has got your back. Anything is always working out for me. Always. I believe, I trust. Yeah? That's how I came here. Trust was from the beginning of anything here. That's why we are here. It's unlimited, unbound, and unconditional trust and love without judgment what happens here. On a particular plane of consciousness and dimension and reality, yeah, where judgment and such things don't exist. They don't exist, plural, yeah. It's the human space-time reality where judgment is needed and categorizing what is ethically good and not. And if one would stick to what is inherently good for one person, for all person, we are very clear what things we don't accept anymore. Yeah, emotional slavery, for example. Yeah, but on this we want to enlarge in another Always Be Connected episode. Yes. Leave me in the comments what treasures of you have found during your journey into the past. I'm excited to know. Maybe we share a talent or a technique that we love to perform. Okay, okay. Bye. Have a nice day.